Missouri is a beautiful state in the central United States with a population of about 6.2 million people. Geographically, Missouri has a very strategic location in the middle of the country. Its eastern border is shaped by the mighty Mississippi River. The state is bordered by Iowa to the north, Arkansas to the south, Kansas to the west, and Illinois to the east. Missouri also shares shorter borders with Kentucky, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Nebraska, making it one of the states that touches the highest number of neighboring states. The state's geography is strongly influenced by its rivers. The Missouri River flows across the state from west to east before joining the Mississippi River just north of St. Louis. Because of this river system, many of Missouri's largest cities and communities developed along these waterways. The two largest cities in Missouri are St. Louis and Kansas City. St. Louis is located on the Mississippi River in the eastern part of the state, while Kansas City stands on the Missouri River in the west. These two metropolitan areas serve as the state's major economic, cultural, and transportation centers. About half of Missouri's population lives near the Missouri River corridor. Along the southern bank of the river lies Jefferson City, the state capital. A short distance north of the river is Columbia, home to the famous University of Missouri and one of the state's most important educational centers. Moving west toward Kansas City, several large suburban communities appear, including Independence, Blue Springs, and Lee Summit. These cities form part of the growing Kansas City metropolitan area and provide housing, services, and employment opportunities for many residents.
In eastern Missouri, near St. Louis, there is a dense concentration of major communities. These include Florissant, St. Charles, St. Peters, O'Fallon, Wentzville, Chesterfield, and Wildwood. Together, they form one of the most populated and economically active regions in the state. Connecting the central corridor between Kansas City and St. Louis are important regional towns such as Warrensburg, Clinton, Sedalia, Herman, and Troy. These communities help link the state's two largest metropolitan regions. In the southwestern part of Missouri, we find Joplin and the famous tourist destination of Branson. Branson sits next to Table Rock Lake and close to the Ozark Mountains. The city is known for its entertainment industry, theaters, outdoor recreation, and tourism attractions. Directly north of Branson lies Springfield, the third largest city in Missouri and an important commercial and educational center for the surrounding region.
In the southeastern region of the state, known as the Boot Heel because of its distinctive shape, sits the town of Kennett. North of Kennett are Poplar Bluff, Sykeston, and Cape Girardeau, a city located directly on the Mississippi River. These communities play important roles in agriculture, transportation, and regional commerce. In south-central Missouri, several important towns can be found, including Farmington, Rolla, Lebanon, and Osage Beach. Osage Beach is located directly on the Lake of the Ozarks, one of the state's most famous recreational destinations. Southern Missouri is characterized by mountainous landscapes, dense forests, beautiful lakes, and major tourist attractions. Natural features such as the Ozark Mountains, Table Rock Lake, and the Lake of the Ozarks attract millions of visitors every year. Tourism has become one of the most important industries in the region, creating thousands of jobs in hotels, restaurants, entertainment venues, and service businesses. Because of these natural attractions and economic opportunities, southern Missouri is generally more populated than the northern part of the state. Northern Missouri presents a very different landscape. Often called the breadbasket of Missouri, this region is dominated by vast agricultural land, open countryside, and rural communities. Farming plays a major role in the local economy, and the area generally lacks the large industrial centers and urban infrastructure that support very high population densities. Most northern towns are relatively small. Examples include Maryville, Bethany, and Hannibal, a historic town located on the Mississippi River. However, St. Joseph is a notable exception. Although it is located in northern Missouri, it is a relatively large city with strong healthcare and educational sectors. Its proximity to Kansas City also helps support economic growth and employment opportunities. Missouri is also home to several highly respected universities that attract students from across the United States and around the world. The largest university in the state is the University of Missouri-Columbia, often called MU or Mizzou. It is a public university, the flagship campus of the University of Missouri system, and the state's largest institution by student enrollment. Another major institution is Washington University in St. Louis, commonly known as WashU. This private, nonprofit university is widely regarded as the academic jewel of Missouri. It is highly selective and consistently ranks among the top universities in the United States.
Missouri State University, located in Springfield, is a large public university and serves as the second largest university in the state. It plays a major role in higher education throughout southern Missouri. St. Louis University, often called SLU, is a private university affiliated with the Catholic Jesuit tradition. It is one of the oldest private universities west of the Mississippi River and has a long history of academic excellence. Finally, the University of Missouri-Kansas City, or UMKC, is a public university located in the heart of Kansas City. Its urban setting provides students with strong connections to business, healthcare, technology, and cultural institutions throughout the metropolitan area.
Missouri's transportation network is built around several major highways that connect the state's largest cities and regions. These routes play an important role in commerce, travel, and daily life. Interstate 70 is Missouri's most important east-west highway. It connects St. Louis and Kansas City while passing through Columbia in the center of the state. Much of Missouri's population, business activity, and transportation infrastructure is concentrated along this corridor. Another important route is Missouri Route 13, which runs from north to south through western Missouri. It links communities such as Bethany, Warrensburg, Clinton, and Springfield before continuing toward the southern part of the state. The highway serves as a key connection between rural areas and larger urban centers. Interstate 44 begins in St. Louis and travels southwest across Missouri. Along its route, it connects major communities, including Rolla, Lebanon, Springfield, and Joplin. It is one of the state's most important transportation corridors and provides direct access to southwest Missouri. U.S. Route 50 branches away from Interstate 44 in eastern Missouri near the St. Louis region and travels westward south of the Missouri River. Along the way, it passes through Jefferson City, Sedalia, and Lee's Summit, connecting several important population centers across central Missouri. In northern Missouri, U.S. Route 36 serves as a major east-west highway. It links the historic Mississippi River city of Hannibal with St. Joseph near the western border of the state. The route provides an important transportation connection across the state's northern agricultural region. Today, Missouri combines major metropolitan centers, historic river cities, world-class universities, productive farmland, scenic mountains, and thriving tourist destinations. Its central location, diverse economy, and rich natural resources make it one of the most geographically and economically varied states in the American Midwest.